Oh, you are first. Pass, welcome to the stream. Let's see. This is my first time with AAT on the new PC. How is the volume? Game volume, I mean. Like, too loud, too low? What's up, Junkie? Camera looks good? Nice, I'm glad. The game audio is too quiet? I don't want it to overpower what I'm saying. Game volume is a tad loud. Bro, you could never... I can't win with you people. It's technically speaking, it's a lot higher than I'm used to having it. I used to take AAT down like hella. I used to have it down to like minus 20 decibels. It's at minus 10 decibels right now. Also, I think I should sound different because I'm using the NVIDIA noise suppression now. Hostnet, how are you? Welcome to the stream. Will not say sure how I feel about the angle, but I'll probably get used to it. The angle's new because the camera is on that side and it used to be on this side. So you'll have to get used to it because I like the camera being on that side. Because I think that... But it's weird, actually. It's like, I don't know. No, I think I like it better like this. If Phoenix is wrong, I don't want to be right. How are you, Foxy? We're also back to 16 by 9. Also, can you tell me the stream title? Is everything correct? Like, our categories, Ace Attorney. The title should be Oh Boy, Where Are We? Shows off your good side? Yeah, I think it does. Although, I don't know. Because I had it on that side, which should show this side. And now I have it on this side, which should show this side. A bit too crisp. What does that mean? A bit too crisp. What should I do? I can EQ it a little bit. What I can do is I can lower the intensity of the NVIDIA noise suppressor because it's at max intensity right now. So we can lower it down to like, let's say like this. Is that less on the crisp? Like, is that better? Nice. Okay, good. Yeah. It's NVIDIA's like noise suppressor that's built into the GPU. So it's my first time using it. This is my first time having a modern NVIDIA GPU. What's up, Oni? Welcome to the stream. Anyway, where the hell were we? Have I really not played since October 3rd? Wait, why do I have a random October 3rd save at 2 a.m.? And one... No, that's not 2 a.m. This is midnight at 2 minutes, midnight 2 minutes, midnight 11 minutes. Okay, so midnight 11 minutes. What's up, Mishlev? Yeah, we're so back. We're so back. Don't worry. I know I was gone for a little while in terms of Ace Attorney, but we are back. Oh my god, I don't even know what I was answering here. What's up, Wartron? Welcome to the stream. Well, okay, so the reason behind all of the contradictions in Mr. Kudo's testimony is simple. No choker? No, not anymore, Wartrons, unfortunately. You could say I lost it. The ear doctor made a mistake is something I said 12 years ago. Why don't we just say Mr. Kudo made a mistake? That seems like a pretty reasonable thing to say. Clearly, Mr. Kudo made a mistake. If I was an actual lawyer, I would be eating in law school. Mr. Trey, wait. Oh shoot, it's been so long since I've done the voices. It's been so long. Mr. Trite, you're the one who brought up all these contradictions. And if you're trying to tell us the old man just made a mistake, we can wrap this case up right now with a guilty verdict. We're eating in court, me too, I need to be sent away. How about it, Mr. Wright? Should I just declare your client guilty? Is that the best you can come up with, Nick? Oh my god, I got flagged for that? What the heck? I'm sorry, Your Honor. I was the one who made a mistake. I'll give you one more chance. Hold up, I'm gonna save scum. Cause that's not fair, man. I just started playing again after 2 weeks. Cut me some slack. Don't penalize me for making a little mistake. So I'm save scumming. Don't judge. You've all done it. You've all done it, okay? Do not judge. Let he who has not save scum throw the first stone. The ear doctor would not make a mistake, right? The victim was a phony? All right, victim was a phony. Why do we think the victim is a phony? This case is riddled with contradictions. Yet, there is a very simple answer that clears them all up. And what is that? The incident Mr. Kudo witnessed and the incident the victim experienced were two completely different events. What? Yes, the victim that Mr. Kudo saw was Mr. Glenn L. Or was it Mr. Glenn L at all? It was an imposter. A phony pretending to be Mr. L. Obviously, unlike the victim, there was nothing wrong with the imposter's left eardrum. That's how he ended up wearing the earpiece in his left ear by mistake. An imposter. An impasta. 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 Bonfire. Order! Order in the court. Settle down or I will clear the courtroom. Quiet, Gramps. Why don't you clear out of here, huh? What did you say? Trite. Are you saying that what Mr. Kudo saw was a setup? Yes. Someone pretended to be Glenn Elg and acted out the whole coffee cup poisoning. All for the express purpose of creating a witness out of one Mr. Victor Kudo.
Objection!
Get real, Trite. Why would anyone want to do that? Isn't it obvious? The thing Mr. Kudo was most insistent about in his testimony was... Oh shoot, okay, this guy's voice, I can't hold a play while doing this guy's voice, hold up. This, I have to do, this is like, how is this one again? This is like I'm missing breath, right? Well, I'm gonna turn the game audio down a little bit. So I feel like it's a little too close to my voice audio. Let's do that. Okay. It's like I'm gasping for breath, right? So like, the serving girl brought him a Javachino.
But she put something in it. That's the serving girl, right there in the defendant's chair. I remember her well.
Also, now we could actually lean back. Because this is, like, I feel like Ace Attorney is like a lean back kind of game, you know? It's so hard to believe, but there was one and only one reason to show Mr. Kudo this fake poisoning. To show Maggie Bird in the act of poisoning the coffee. Objection. Are you insinuating that the waitress in the old man's story was a fake as well? It's true that there were no other customers in the restaurant at the time, but it's also true that the chef was there. He would have noticed what was happening. That's right. Well, witness, if your restaurant really was the scene of such theatrics, you would have known about it, correct?
Ooh la la, this is most difficult for me.
No. No, it's quite simple. All you have to do is testify. You are under oath, after all. Was there, in fact, a phony at Tres Bien that day? The defense demands that Mr. Armstrong tell the whole truth about what happened and nothing but the truth. The defense request for additional testimony is accepted. You will accurately explain in detail the events in the restaurant that day. The accent is a hate crime? You're funny then, though.
Oui.
I'm not gonna lie, as much as I don't like this guy, his accent is like my favorite one to do. I mean, it's not better than Old Bag, right? Like Old Bag is still gotta be like S class or S tier accent, but this guy's up there. That was a big mouthful. She says more slurs. This guy's a walking slur.
La victim, Monsieur Elg, he came to my restaurant alone. I remember the old man arrived not long after him. There were no other customers. When he got word he won the lottery, Mon El became very excited. It was approximately 5 minutes later that the poisoning incident occurred. There was no time for a phony to do the acting.
I'm not moaning, I'm doing an accent. Just so we're clear, there was no mirror in the restaurant after all.
Je vous demande pardon. Forgive me, Your Honor.
Hey, what's up, Cold? I'm with Bimbo on this. What? I'm not moaning. It's part of the accent.
I lied because I wanted this mess to be cleared up quickly.
What you have done is committed perjury, Mr. Armstrong. I will decide how to punish you. Pause.
Oui, I look forward to the punishment from you, Your Honor.
That was a little improv I added, you know? For my audience members who are into Old Man Yowie,
For now, we will hear your cross-examination. Mr. Wright, if you please. He took that perjury charge quite well. But I'm guessing he'll be in more serious trouble after this cross-examination, if I have anything to say about it. Yeah, whatever happened to Alec Baldwin? Did he face charges? I don't know why I just thought of that. Probably because I was thinking about Old Man Yowie. Was he alone at his table as well? He got off because the prosecution withheld evidence. Okay. Maui, I saw him from la kitchen. Yet the defendant, Miss Bird, remembered it differently. She swears there was another man at the victim's table.
Objection!
Ha! Unfortunately for you, Trite. Yesterday's witness also testified that the victim was alone. You know, seeing you squirm like that reminds me of a certain coffee's bittersweet bite. What kind of coffee has he been drinking? It's not coffee, it's love. It's love that's bittersweet. Hearing Maya say that makes her seem wise all of a sudden. You think love is bittersweet, Chop? Is it better to have loved than lost? Man, this food came out really good. Okay. Love is like a citrus fruit. That's what love between women is, a citrus fruit. Yuri is all about citrus. By old man, you mean Victor Kudo, correct? He comes often for my special coffee. I drank your coffee once, Mr. Armstrong. It's special. I'll give you that. It's worth a sip just for the experience. Oh, you make me so happy, Monsieur. You are most welcome anytime. I said it was worth one sip and nothing more. A Fathead, thank you for the resub, yo. Appreciate it, Fathead. Damn, 15 months? That's wild. That is 1.25 years. Thank you, Fathead. Appreciate it. Even though every time you resub, I always hate calling you Fathead, but your name is your name. So old Mr. Kudo arrived at the restaurant around the same time as the victim. Maybe I should ask about his arrival in more detail. How many minutes after? What time was it? Let's ask how many minutes after. So you're saying that not much time elapsed between when the victim and Mr. Kudo arrived? Oui, that is correct. But that still leaves the possibility that something happened in that gap of time. And by your recollection, how much time would you say elapsed? Let me see. Approximately 2 minutes, I would say. 2 minutes? That's all? It seems unlikely that anything untoward could have happened in such a short time. Rats. Ugh, I knew I shouldn't have pursued this line of questioning. There's no moans. What are you guys talking about? Also, by the way, Ace Attorney is considered
When I stream Ace Attorney, Twitch auto flags my streams as for mature viewers. I think that's the category. I think Ace Attorney is marked as mature viewers, which I don't get why. These games were not rated M, right? There's no way these games were anything higher than rated T. They were? Ace Attorney was rated M? Because every time I stream Ace Attorney, I get flagged for mature audiences only. It was T rated. Okay, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, like it can't be higher than T. So your only customers were Mr. Kudo and the victim? How many times do you need to ask the same thing, trite? You never catch me drinking the same blend twice. Huh? Huh? You're trying to establish the presence of a phony victim in the restaurant. But you're wasting your time. You can't grind birdseed to make coffee, if you catch my drift. But there's a hole in this testimony somewhere, I'm sure of it. Did you see him? No, I was in the kitchen, but I heard him. You'd never catch me drinking the same blend twice. I remember him shouting, yes, $500,000. Presumably the defendant heard that too then, correct? Maggie? She looked like a poor little frightened dove. And what about Mr. Kudo? That old man choked on some bird seeds and got stuck in his throat. It seems we now have yet another incident on our hands. So far, this testimony seems pretty iron tight. Also, what's up, Koopa? And what were you doing at that point? Without any customers, you must have had time to kill. I am a multi-talented woman, monsieur. That I am, actually. Sorry, what do you mean? There is la renowned chef, Jean Armstrong, and la tragic poet, Clarice Armstrong. Wait, what? Clarice? Oui, I was writing a poem, an angry tale of a chef in $500,000 of debt. Yeah, that's what I write my poems about. I write poems about a chef who's $500,000 in debt. That's poetry material right there. Cooking for a man who won $500,000. Yo, this guy, yes, Mishlove, you're right. He's literally saying, like, this is all fanfic, don't worry. It comes from the heart and the wallet. Average college graduate. He's writing fanfic. It is called pourquoi. It means why. Perhaps I could recite it for la court. Oh my god. Please don't. La court. Welcome, Dazmendi. You mean you contacted the police as soon as the incident occurred? I asked the old man to call from la payphone. By your own argument, trite. The purpose of this phony victim's performance was the old man would see it. In other words, Once the incident occurred, this opportunity would completely disappear. Is that so, Don? All right. Indeed.
Bien. It seems the shadow of doubt has been lifted. N'est-ce pas?
Okay, I don't know how to pronounce that one. N'est-ce pas? Bimbo, you'll have to help me out with that. I guess Mr. Armstrong is connected to this case, huh? Absolutely. That doesn't tell me how you pronounce it. You just rewrote it. It's still in French. Someone was impersonating Mr. L, and I refuse to believe he was oblivious. He was there the whole time after all. Good Dot, more like Goat Dot. Yo, what's up, Trish? Sounded out? No, you sounded out. I was under the impression it was German. No, I think he's French. I'm pretty sure no, he's definitely French. I don't think he is. He is. How are you doing, Trish? I didn't know you were an Ace Attorney fan. But if you're right, wouldn't Maggie have noticed too? Yeah, sure, dogs. She fell unconscious when the incident occurred, remember? You mean that's when the phony staged his act? We'll know for sure once I find the hole in this testimony. These games are great? Yeah, they're pretty good. Alright, so I'm not gonna lie, I don't know, this testimony seems pretty ironclad. Came to my restaurant alone. Old man arrived not long after him. It was 2 minutes after. There were no other customers. When he got word he won the lottery, Monel became very excited. It was approximately 5 minutes later that the poisoning occurred. There was no time for a phony to do acting. "5 minutes. Time of death." I'm trying to look for a plot, not a plot hole. A hole in this guy's testimony. Magazine clipping, sports paper. What does the sports paper say? Huh. Dude, I feel pressure because I'm on a roll with this case, you know? If you guys remember the last time I streamed Ace Attorney, I was getting everything right on the first try. And now, I feel like I've lost my touch. Wait! But we have his loan contract. It's not. Did you see him? No, I was in the kitchen. $500,000. Okay. I asked the old man to call from the payphone. The purpose of it was so the old man would see it. This opportunity would completely disappear. And what were you doing at that point? Without any customers, you must have had time to kill. Multi-talented woman. Oh! Saying that he was writing poetry. Okay. No, I guess... Okay, I do think we're gonna end up using the loan contract, but I don't think this is it right now. When the incident occurred, I broke the vase at my seat. I'm sorry. Hey, wait, what about this haiku? Choked on some birdseed that got stuck in his throat. Poisoning occurred 5 minutes later. I broke the vase at my... I guess we already used that though. Died of potassium cyanide poisoning. Bimbo, come on. Coffee contained potassium cyanide covered in the victim and Maggie's fingerprints. Worn by Maggie at a time of incident, has small pockets, big stains. The bag is empty. This is all Glenn stuff. Tender Lender, looked authentic, MC Bomber, small bottle. Dude, I don't know, man. Absolutely, someone was... Came to the restaurant alone. Old man arrived not long after him. Maybe this is one of those cases where I have to like press on a statement again after pressing on a previous. Oh wait, what about there was one that I had a question, right? Or the one where like Venus asked a question, right? What time was it? About what time was it when Mr. Kudo arrived? Oh no, I cannot remember, oh no, Monsieur, I cannot remember. I believe we were told by a witness yesterday. The crime was reported at 2:25 by a kind of scary old man, sir. Does that perhaps jog your memory, witness? The incident happened about 20 minutes after he arrived. So the victim must have arrived between 2 p.m. and 2:10, non? Just after 2, huh? Thank you for your help in jogging my memory, Monsieur. You are wonderful. I can't sit here all the time and do nothing now, can I? Okay. The time of day will... Okay, now we got it. Everything I do for you. Merci bien. That's French, isn't it? Ha ha ha. Alright. Glad at least one person is in a good mood. He's even humming a song to himself. Okay, come on, let's move on, because now I know exactly what to pick. Objection! I'm afraid I finally got you, Mr. Armstrong. Quoi? What do you mean? At the time in question, the victim was listening to the radio with his earpiece. The show he was listening to was Millionaire Radio. Each week, they announced the winning numbers of the $500,000 lottery ticket. Oui, that must be the show Mon-El was listening to. I can't see any problem with this testimony, Mr. Wright. I wonder... Oh? You say the victim arrived at your restaurant after 2 p.m., correct?
Oui, I am sure of it. I remember it perfectly now. I know it was that time because I had just finished serving a lunch menu.
Get to the point, trite. If you have one. I do have one. That show is broadcast live at 1:30 p.m. And it claims to be the most thrilling 10 minutes of your life. That's what he said. It's on the air at 1:30? Now, supposedly the victim made some noise when it was announced that he had won. And yet, I don't believe his cry of joy could have occurred at 2 p.m. Because the show had already finished more than 30 minutes earlier by that point.
No!
This victim we've been told about has done nothing but be impossible. Listening to the radio with a ruptured eardrum, catching a show that was already over. There is only one conclusion you can draw from these facts. This victim was an imposter acting out the poisoning 30 minutes after the real murder. Yes, there were two Glen Elgs in Très Bien that day. The real Glen Elg, now dead, having been poisoned by the real killer, and the phony Glen Elg acting out the events for Mr. Kudo to witness. It certainly seems that way. Don't worry, those 10 minutes typically end in disappointment also. Yeah. Yeah, what's up, Razor? How are you doing? Razor, I still haven't figured out what IEMs I want. My twig arms couldn't handle my body weight and my blood vessels in my arm ended up bursting. What? Are you okay? I hope you're okay. Yeah, I'm looking for a new pair of wired IEMs. I've never been a big fan of the ones I'm wearing right now. They're just the only ones I have. I mean, if that wasn't the case, how could you explain the time discrepancy? Objection. Quite a performance, trite. You were almost on a roll. Big chilling, my blood started seeping out of my pores. How is that big chilling? That sounds like little chilling at best. But sadly, you lack the rock-hard foundation of rhythm to build your song. What is this, Music Theory 101? Let's recap. According to your imaginative theory, it's now just after 2 p.m. The phony Elg is performing a play for the benefit of Mr. Kudo. How do you explain then where the real Glen Elg is? I don't believe I have to spell this out for the court. However, at the time, the real Glen Elg was already dead. That's certainly the obvious conclusion. Objection. It happened yesterday. I'm feeling better, although my hands are super weak right now. It happened during your workout. Oh, okay. Well, Razor, I'm glad you're feeling better, thankfully. Take care, okay? Like, get some rest. Thank you, trite. That's exactly what I was hoping you would say. What? Now, I presume you can prove this theory of yours. Can you explain where the missing corpse went to? You can do 18 push-ups? I can't even do 18 push-ups. I think the most push-ups I can do, if I'm doing them like modified, I can do like 12. And if I'm doing them like straight up push-ups, like plank push-ups, maybe like 3, 4, 5 on a good day. The missing corpse? According to the old man's testimony, there was only one other customer there. If that customer was the phony Glen L, then where did the killer hide the body of the real victim? No, my arms are pretty, I don't know. I think my arms are pretty weak, and I don't know why, because I like work out my arms, but even working on my arms and doing push-ups every single day, I still just can't do them unmodified. I don't know. Like, I'm very diligent with my workout, but I don't know. The prosecution has a valid point, Mr. Wright. If your theory is to stand up to the examination by the court, you must provide us with proof by answering the prosecuting question. Where did the killer hide the body? Yes, Your Honor. Maybe it's because you eat at Weenie Hut Junior's. I do not eat at Weenie Hut Junior. No conjecture, trite. Let's hear some facts for once. Show the court a piece of evidence that proves where the body was hidden. Evidence? What's with the intense pressure here all of a sudden? I thought I had him with that contradiction. But he's turned it all around and backed me into a corner instead. Well, Mr. Wright, the court will now hear the defense's theory and evidence. First, where was the body of the real Mr. Elg located? Truthful Pro, welcome to the stream. Dude, I don't know. I mean, it's either gonna be inside the restaurant in the kitchen, or it'll be at Tender Lender. Let's save the game. I think I might go with Tender Lender. Do I stream every day? I stream 3 days a week. Usually Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, but this week I'm doing Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Okay, let's... I don't know, I feel like... That's a tough one. Like, would they keep the body at Tender Lender? That seems insane. Because that would imply that Phony Phoenix helped Armstrong out with the murder. And like, if you're a loan shark, and you, like, let's say you're a loan shark, right? Let's say you're a loan shark. You loan someone out $500,000. Would you help them commit a crime so that they could get the money to pay you back? You would do that, Haas? Really? I feel like if I was a loan shark, I would just say, you find the money. Like, I'm like basically like my perspective of it is like, from the loan shark's perspective is like, it's not my responsibility to help you get the funds, right? Like, it's your responsibility to pay me back. It's not my responsibility to, you know, to help you get the money to pay me back. If they don't get the money, then you don't get the money. I mean, that's the other angle. That's true. What's your streaming aim? Streaming aim? I'm not sure what you mean, truthful. I don't know what you mean by aim. If I wanted to metagame here, it seems like they're really stretching to make this make sense. I mean, yes, they are, but like, what is the... don't know, man. All right. Let's go with Tender Lender. Let's go with Tender Lender for now. And the reason I'm gonna go with it's at Tender Lender is because we have matches. We have Très Bien matches from Tender Lender. But do we have any reason to suggest that Glenn Elg was a smoker? If Glenn Elg was a smoker, I think the matches are really good evidence. If Glenn Elg is not a smoker, then I don't think it really matters. Was there an ashtray? There was an ashtray in his office, wasn't there? Okay. Outside of Très Bien. Oh, my streaming goal? I mean, it's a hobby, you know. As long as like the production value is good and people find it entertaining, I consider that like a job well done. Clearly, there's no place to hide a body inside Très Bien. Therefore, the killer must have hauled the body outside. I see. Nice supposition. But the real question is, can you back it up? Where's the evidence that proves the body was taken out of the restaurant? All right, well, I mean, the only thing I got is the match. It's not a very good evidence, but too bad. I don't think you'll ever grasp the real heart of rock and roll. Ah, crap. What are you talking about? He means that your evidence is irrelevant, Mr. Wright. Do you have anyone helping you with your channel growth? I mean, yeah, I have my friends helping me, you know? You've got to think it through, Nick. Feel the beat, and then hit him with some heavy metal. I love Maya. Okay, I need to calm down and get my facts straight. What should I do now? Okay, do I have anything else to suggest that he was not at Très Bien? Let's just start over. Why did he say yo también in Spanish? He's French. What's with the Spanish all of a sudden? That's what I want to know. Well, Mr. Wright, the court. Okay. So this time let's go inside Très Bien, and then we'll present the medicine bottle. It would have been too dangerous to take the body outside. Obviously, the body must have been hidden somewhere inside Très Bien. Interesting. But where could a body have been hidden inside a restaurant? Perhaps you would care to show the court on these plans, Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. It'd be the kitchen, right? The body was hidden here. I see. Nice supposition. But the real question is, can you back it up? I appreciate the offer, truthful, but right now I'm okay. Thank you, though. Ah, yes, this is exactly what the 4090 was made for. Phoenix Wright and Maya's wacky adventures. Exactly. Dude, you know how much, I wonder how much FPS I'm getting playing Ace Attorney on a 4090. All right, we'll do the medicine bottle. Got it. Mr. Armstrong, do you recognize this bottle? None. No. I have never seen that ugly bottle before in my life. I only use the very best bottles, Monsieur. The highest quality only for me. Where was that bottle found, Mr. Wright? Interestingly enough, Your Honor. Oh, shoot, I missed the line. What did it say? Crap. Quoi? But I only ever use these bottles for my aromatherapy oils. But this bottle doesn't contain aromatherapy oil, Mr. Armstrong. How's the new computer, by the way? It's fantastic. No, it contains a medication. What kind of medication? I'm sure everyone remembers, don't they? That Mr. Elg visited an... Oh crap, not this word again. Otolaryngological clinic, and was given medication that day. This is like using a nuclear reactor to power a CRT. You can't be serious. The defense had the contents of the bottle analyzed, and I have the lab results here. The contents of the bottle matched the prescription that was given to Mr. Elg. Glenn Elg's murderer hid the body in the restaurant kitchen, at which time this bottle fell out of the victim's pocket. Mr. Armstrong, when the incident occurred, didn't you say you were in the kitchen?
Mon Dieu.
Yes, you know what I'm talking about. Yo, you know what I'm about to say. It was you who hid the victim's body. You did a fine job pretending to defend my client, Maggie Bird, however. You were setting her up to take the fall behind the poor girl's back.
No.
But of course, the deck I hate the most is stunt. Those MF cards should be banned. We just need to go back in time and make sure they're never created. We probably F up all of the world history, but that feels like a small price to pay. Yeah, I mean, everybody hates stun. I think even people who play stun hate stun. Order, order! This is an extraordinary development. Witness, did you murder Mr. Glenn Elg?
Never. I could never do such a horrible thing.
Wait, that was Godot. Huh? What was that long? What was that like? I don't even think that my mic can pick up me like. Okay, it can't pick it up. It can't pick it up. But Mr. Godot. The bitterness. Every time I get lied to, I always down a mug of coffee. That's one of my rules. That's a pretty hardcore. Imagine every time you get lied to, you chug a mug of coffee. What happens if you're in a toxic relationship? You'd be like jacked on caffeine all the time, dude. You sound like a baby crocodile. How do baby crocodiles sound like? Do you have the slightest idea how many cups you've had by now? Then, I'd like to do the same to the person who lied to me. I like to take them down with my empty cup. Listen up, chef. How about a brand new flavor in your ear, my H-deficit friend? What is H-deficit, friend? What does H-deficit mean? Any clues?
Je vous demande pardon. Please, you must hear me out. It is a trap. Listen to me, por favor.
Why is he speaking Spanish? Yo hablo español. Wait, the judge speaks Spanish? Yo hablo español. Señor Armstrong. Y por favor, es en español. Yo, I can't believe the judge speaks Spanish. That's so cool. That's awesome. I'm only going to ask you once. Did you do it?
None. None. Absolutely none.
The judge is canonically Puerto Rican? That's awesome. Let's hear it. You've got one shot. Right, Gramps? Witness, the court will permit you the chance to make one final statement. I mean, honestly, he looks kind of Puerto Rican, dude. Like, with like the bald hair, he kind of looks like an old pit bull. Can you imagine the judge going like, dale, 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 dale? Or what else does Pitbull say? I know he says dale. Wait, Pitbull's Cuban. Oh crap, that must have been racist. Shoot. My bad. Okay, the court will permit you the chance to make one final statement. If you lie under oath again, Mr. Cadot's coffee mug awaits you. I feel like I should try to give him a Puerto Rican accent now. As does my gavel. You're gonna get canceled, Dirk? Oh, I'm gonna get canceled so bad, Haz.
It is clear.
What do they always say in the movies? I've got a bad feeling about this. Very well. Begin your final testimony, Mr. Armstrong. The confession.
It is true. I hid the body in the kitchen. A man forced me to do it. I had no choice. I had to go along with him because there was a reason I could not refuse. But I did not kill him. I swear it. You must believe me.
You were forced? By who?
I cannot say. Or I will be erased.
Let's try a different question then. When Mr. L died, was he really the only person at his table?
There was. There was another man.
Now we're getting to the meat of it. I knew it. Maggie was telling the truth. You may cross-examine the witness now, Mr. Wright. There's just one more thing I need to do. I gotta break this guy and get us to tell him the name of the real killer. What's with the Dragon Ball Scouter? What's Ace's power level? I don't know, dude. That Scouter trips me up every time. Rough start. What IEM did you end up going? I haven't gotten one Razor yet. Cause you told me to get the hexes, and then today you were like, the hexes might not fit your ear. So I'm like, oh well, crap. What the heck? Now I don't know. You said they weren't good for people with small ears. I have small ears. Okay, so right now, like this IEM, the one on the right, it just falls off. Like it's because you got baby ears. Like I'm sick and tired of it. It just falls off, dude. It's so annoying. I want ones that will like stay. And I know it's hard. Amazon Return is goated, just to abuse it. I mean, I guess. I don't know, but if you return too many things, they flag your account. It is over the ear. That's how IEMs work. See? Goes over the ear here. Oh, you mean like you mean like headphones? No, I don't want that. No, I don't like headphones. They're not comfortable. I don't like having a headset on my ear because it creates pressure right here on my head. And then after wearing it for like an hour, I just get like this pressure point build up here and it's really uncomfortable. I do not like headsets. No. I've returned thousands of dollars worth of stuff. Well, well, All right, fine. All right, all right, screw it. I'll just get the hexes and then return them if I don't like them, I guess. But like, I'm not really an I'm not an audiophile. Like, I'm sure like anything, like, all right, Razor, you're gonna crucify me for this, but I think that all earbuds over $35 sound the same. I think after you, like, once you go over the $35 threshold, everything just sounds the same. I'm scratching my back, by the way. My back was itchy. It feels so good, dude. No wonder cats like having their back scratched. Dogs too. It's like, it just feels insane. So to me, the most important part of an IEM is the fit. Like, if it fits well, I'm fine. I don't really care if it sounds, like, it's gonna sound fine. They all sound good. It is true. Wait, I already did this one. Did you carry the body by yourself?
I carried him and I carried Maggie too.
IEM is in-ear monitor. It's basically like a fancy word for earbuds. Maggie too?
When she saw the victim collapse, she fainted. I could not leave her there.
But why did you hide the bodies? What man? Who was he?
None, I cannot say. I fear for my life.
Okay, chat, what happens in court if you have a witness who's testifying? Yo, Kumo, thank you for the gifted sub. Appreciate it. The Awful Explorer has a great shape. Okay. That's the other one you suggested, right? That was like within my budget. What happens in court if a witness is delivering testimony and then they say they can't continue delivering testimony because somebody's threatening them? Like, how does a court handle that? Chinese IEMs go on sale frequently, especially during Black Friday. Well, I'll tell you, Razor, for the meantime, I ordered another pair of Moondrop Chew 2s. They're only 20 bucks, and the last pair I had, it just fits so well into my ear. It was like the perfect fit, dude. Those things would not come out, like, they were like, I could wear them for hours and they would not come out. It was glorious. I know the sound quality is not that great on them. I know they're not even like the best budget, but like the fit was just so good. I just figured I would want something a little bit better because the problem that I had with the Chew 2s is that they broke within a year. And like, my thought process is I'd rather get $50 IEMs that will last 2.5 years versus $20 IEMs that I'll have to replace every year. Does that make sense? It makes sense in my head. He's really scared. You'll just have to put the words in his mouth, Nick. Yeah, you're right. If you won't tell me, I'll tell him. But why would you go along with this man? I mean, the longevity is about the same. I've had $3,000 IEMs with ass cheeks quality. That's crazy. I just can't believe they make IEMs that are that expensive. Like, how much tech goes into a freaking IEM that they could charge $3,000 for it? They're so tiny. If a witness is intimidated on the stand, a mistrial could be called or a continuance obtained. What's a continuance? And what reason would that be, Mr. Armstrong?
You know, Monsieur,
Yes?
surely you cannot expect a young maiden to talk about such embarrassment.
A maiden? You're a bit old to get away with that. Hey, come on, Phoenix. And a bit too male. Damn, Maya, come on, it's 2024. Holy crap. You can't be talking like that. I love the expression on her face too. It's priceless. It's so good. It's so good. Oh my god. Wait, speaking of so good, where's my fan? Oh, right here. Continuance would continue the current trial, but it would require proof of intimidation by the prosecution or witness speaks to the intimidation, okay? Transphobic Maya and age-phobic Phoenix in my Nintendo games. With Rourke being racist by confusing Cubans with Puerto Ricans, this is the most bigoted stream. Oh my god. I can't finish the cross-examination without establishing his reason. So, I'll just have to prove it with evidence. So, you are claiming that all you did was hide the bodies? Is that correct?
Oui, that's right.
If we are to believe you, Mr. Armstrong, you must tell the court everything. You must make clear the identity of the man who ordered you to do this. He's already confessed this much. He might as well stop dancing around the real issue. Yeah, but he really doesn't want to tell us who the killer is. Then sock it to him, Nick. Yeah, it's not a bad idea. Okay, so it's got to be the loan contract, right? Objection! You have a $500,000 debt, don't you? Wow, he went straight into it. $500,000? Is this true, Mr. Armstrong?
Oui. Je suis désolé.
Désolé? I don't know what that one means.
I was weak, and I borrowed the money.
This is Mr. Armstrong's Achilles heel. And that's why you couldn't refuse anything asked of you by this man. Désolé is sorry. Okay, thank you. Yo, Ruff, you know a lot. You're really smart. A $500,000 loan from a black market loan shark. And you had no way of paying it back, did you? That's why you were forced to do anything this man told you. Furio Tigre.
Oui. It is as you say.
Mr. Armstrong.
La tiger. He told me he was going to use my restaurant for a business rendezvous. On the day in question, he was meeting the victim to demand that he repay his loan. I don't know why it happened like that. I just did what he told me to do. I had no choice. I carried the body and the inconscient Maggie out of the dining area and into the kitchen. After that, I just tried to forget what had been.
I think we can now safely say that the man who forced your hand was Mr. Furio Tigre. I do have one further question for you, Mr. Armstrong. The poison and the lottery ticket that were found in the defendant's apron pocket, was that your doing as well?
None. I knew nothing about that. Making it look like he was Maggie had done it. I was not. It is despicable.
Mr. Godot, you will summon this Furio Tigre as a witness. I doubt that can be arranged today, so we will adjourn for now. Proceedings will continue tomorrow. Dude, how is Godot gonna get Furio Tigre to show up? 30 minutes. What? The trial will go on. I'll see to it myself. I need half an hour to get that guy on the stand. Not a minute more. How the? Don't sit back and relax yet, trite. No one knows if that chef is really telling the truth or not. This trial could still go either way. Very well. Your request is granted, Mr. Godot. We will resume once Mr. Tigre is taken to the stand. Until then, court is adjourned for a 30-minute recess. Godot has awakened something in you. I feel that, Kupo. All right, to be continued. We have hit our first checkpoint of the night. Let's go ahead and save the game, take a quick tinkle break, and refill my drink. Okay. Where's my shark? He's so cute. I'll just leave it zoomed out. Okay. All right, chat. I'll be right back. Chompy will keep you company. I'll refill my water bottle. Tinkle. Grab some. Well, nothing. That's it. All right. Be right back. Come on, Chompy. Get down. Give me a recipe for something to cook? I recommend tuna. I'm a big fan of tuna salad. Although, I typically don't put any vegetables in my tuna salad. I'll wire you the money, Chompy. She won't suspect a thing. Get to see Chompy in a higher resolution now with his new PC? Yeah. Tuna salad sucks? No, it doesn't. You must just not be making it right, Crystal Wing. You can make a tuna salad very good. I like to make my tuna salads with tuna and olive oil and vinegar. And then oh, and salt and pepper, because you need some seasoning. Anything with mayo is bad, but tuna salad doesn't have mayo in it. Okay, it can have mayo in it, but I don't put mayo in it. I'd rather eat tuna sandwiches. Preach on the salt and pepper. Oh, interesting. Okay. Put Nutella in it? Yo, Tempest, you're insane. Tempest, Rourke told me about the Nutella story, and I think that just sounds gross. Who on earth puts Nutella on their burgers? It makes no sense. And why would I put Nutella on my fish sandwiches? Yo, imagine a fish taco with Nutella. Rourke, that's disgusting. I know, Chompy. But that's what Trish eats. Dude, Trish is insane, man. I cannot believe he put Nutella on the burger. Why did you guys ask him to do that, man? Y'all should have just left him alone. All right, let's see. Okay. January 8th, 1:21 p.m., District Court, Defendant Lobby number 1. By the way, I got a little piece of chocolate. You ordered a peanut butter burger. I said add Nutella, no balls. The rest is history. The rest is actually history. So we're finally going to see Tigre on the stand. We've almost got this case won now, Nick. I wish I could agree. Huh? When I cross-examined Mr. Armstrong just now, he said he was just doing what the tiger told him to do. But Gadot picked up on it, remember? He pointed out that without proof, we don't know if what he testified is the truth. I always like having a little piece of dark chocolate after dinner. I think it just a little, like just one square of like dark chocolate after dinner. I don't know. I think it's necessary. You mean you think Mr. Armstrong was lying? I don't know. But if that's the line the prosecution wants to take, we could be in trouble. I get the feeling that we don't have the case-making evidence we're going to need. Hey, pal. And we know who that is. Detective Gumshoe. What are you so jumpy about, detective? Your hair's standing on end. Hey, that's the pot calling the kettle black. Little Miss Top Knot. It's not a top knot. Never mind about the hair. Just calm down, all right? I can't stand still when I don't have a job to do. I kind of get wound up. No kidding, jeez. You gotta have something to do. You gotta have something that you need me to do, pal. Anything. Well, hey, I'm gonna take a jog back down to the precinct. I could get some prints analyzed for you if you got an hour. An hour? The trial will have reconvened by then. But Nick, we still don't really have a decisive piece of evidence, right? True. Without some kind of trump card to pull out of the bag, we're really stuck. Why would he even say the pot calling the kettle black? That's an expression. Right? That's an expression. The pot calls the kettle black. It kind of means like, it means like, look who's talking. You said you could get some fingerprint analysis done in an hour? You bet. In that case, would you mind checking the prints on this for me? Oh my god, I have to choose? The matches, maybe? Because if Furio Tigre's fingerprints are on these matches, it proves that he was in Très Bien. That's what I think, at least. Let's do that. What are you doing, Nick? If Detective Gumshoe is going to check some prints for us, shouldn't he be checking this? Oh. Okay, fine. That's that small bottle I gave back to you this morning, right? The victim's ear medication that we found in the kitchen. Look, it even says covered in unidentified... Oh. Okay, my bad. My bad. It literally says covered in unidentified fingerprints. Okay, fine. Touche, Ace Attorney. You're right, actually, that's been gnawing at me too. So, you'll look into it for us? Well, what about the thing I asked you to check on? Oh, that? Sure, I'll see what I could do if I've got any spare time. Spare time? I feel so unimportant right now. Eddie Hori, what's up? Welcome to the stream. Okay, I'll get this off to the lab right away. Just make sure you don't lose the case before I get back. This is pretty much the final showdown, I guess. It's time to separate the phonies from the real guys. Did I move or make some changes? I have not moved, but I am on a new PC with a brand new camera. Well, okay, it's a 9-year-old camera, but it's a DSLR that my mom gave me. So I'm no longer using a webcam, I'm using a professional camera. And I have a brand new PC with a big fat 4090 in it, so I can finally stream in HD. Like true HD, you know what I'm saying? Oh, also, Yo, chat, is the stream 60 FPS? Because I think yesterday's was at 30 FPS. Because it was ultra wide. Today's, because it's 16 by 9, it should be 60 FPS. Does it look good? So are we 1080p 60 right now? Because if we are, I'm happy. Well, yeah, Rapids, the human eye can't see past 24 FPS. Spooky lighting? What do you mean spooky? I was just saying, oh, okay. So, as far as lighting goes, I don't know why it looks different. There's a couple of reasons that the lighting might look different. For one, my lamp is over there. Also, what's up, ladies? My lamp is over there, and I used to have the camera right in front of the lamp, or like not right in front, but on the same side as the lamp. Now the camera's on this side of me, and the lamp is over there. But I like the camera being here because I think this is my good side. Like this, I think this is my good side. However, I also now have a ring light. So I have a light above my monitor that is shining light directly onto my face. So that's also providing additional light. And then on top of that, I'm also using a different camera, or an actual camera this time. So I don't know how to change the settings of the camera. The only settings I know how to change are contrast and saturation, which I did change to get a better image. But I don't really know how to change exposure or anything like that. So I don't know why my hair looks darker. But I went back to watch yesterday's VOD, and I can also just see myself right now. My hair does look really black after all the changes, and I don't know why. I have made no changes to my hair. This is the same dark brown hair that I had before, I promise. I don't know why it's like this. What camera do I have? It is an EOS Rebel T6i. It really is, Pleiades, it really is. Thank you, Kupo. It's because you're emo? I'm pretty emo. I think people who know me know that I'm really emo. The camera's just showing your inner goth Kalos. Court will now reconvene. Mr. Gadot, did you find this Furio Tigre? I even tamed him for you. It was a 3-cup job. No problem. Tamed him? The guy's name may be Furio Tigre, but come on. I've blindly bought filters and shit just because I could help with like glare, etc. 3-cup job sounds insane. He's pretty lively. Be careful. He still bites. I remember when I was like 16. It's like 16 or 17. When I was like 16 or 17, I met one of my cousins for like the first time. It was like an extended, like very extended family. And so I met this cousin for the first time in my life. And she was like 2 years younger than me, or like a year or two younger than me. And after she met me, my mom told me that, or my grandmother told me that she like whispered to my grandmother. She was like, she's kind of gothic, isn't she? And then my grandmother told me that, and I was like, what the heck? Have I kept in touch with her? Not really. I actually haven't talked to her since I met her. It is Latino family Pleiades because her exact words were, ella es como gótica, ¿no? And I was like, what? ¿Cómo así? that nosy, right? I swear I heard it in my head in Spanish the first time. Very well. Please show Mr. Tigre to the stand. Oh wow, they really got him to show up. Witness, please stay here. Ah!
Yippee!
Huh? Don't hide under the table, Maya. Unless there's room down there for me too. What? What'd you say to me? Wait, hold up, okay, hold up. What you say to me? Nothing. I didn't say nothing. Honest. Could have guessed that fear would induce a bad Brooklyn accent in the judge. I got business to take care of, you hear me? So who the hell called me into this hole? Was it you, Spiky? No, of course not. Oh, shoot. It was the judge. Your Honor? Oh dear, I seem to have dropped my pen. Where on earth is it? Don't mind me, just carry on with the proceedings as normal. That's it, we're doomed. Maybe yous didn't hear me. I said, who the hell was it that called me in here? There's no need to shout. We can all hear you. What'd you say? There's no point struggling. You're caught in a snare. The relentless snare of the law. What's up, Elton? And I'm the one that hauled you in. How does he not know who brought him in? Too cool. Damn, Phoenix, don't fall for him. You already have a boyfriend. Don't let him get the better of you, Nick. Let's start with the basics. You know about the incident in question, correct? Incident? I don't know nothing about no stinking incident, mask boy. I mean, you didn't attend the previous trial of Maggie Bird. Maggie who? I got more important things to do than watch courtroom dramas. Of course. Well, perhaps you could give us your testimony. Of course. Well, perhaps you could give us your testimony then. I just got a tooth removed and the blood from the removal made my throat sore and gave me an awful cough. What is it with everybody and having blood-related issues today? Oh my god. Elton, get some rest. Take care, okay? Hope you feel better soon. That's insane. Please tell us about what you did on the day of the murder. Phoenix, right? You's the one who set this up, didn't you? You's gonna regret the day you ruffled the tiger's fur. You hear what I'm saying? Ooh. Maybe I should have brought a diaper with me today. Ew. Get a grip, Nick. The tiger's alibi. I don't know none about no murder. I was tied up with business in December last year. Spent all my time in the office. I got whales lined up to borrow cash from tender lender every single day. Yous want to check my alibi? Just ask Violetta. He does have some impressive pecs. Ah, at last I have found my pen. Very well then, Mr. Wright. Your cross-exam. Ah, I am not ready to do the roars when they happen. What is it? Please, witness, if you could refrain from shouting like that. I know the kind of games that guy in the blue plays. That lowlife ain't no lawyer. He just punches away at stupid details till he wins. Lowlife? Me? Listen up, Smarty. Every time you ask me something that doesn't relate to this case, I'm gonna bill you $50,000 and you's gonna borrow the cash from me. That's one loan contract I refuse to sign. And don't think it ain't gonna hurt when you tangle with the tiger. Oh, I love a good spectator sport. Just a minute. That's really not... This witness is... How can I put it? A hungry tiger roaming the urban jungle. Get on his bad side, and he'll bite everyone's head off. Yours too. Very well. I have no choice but to impose a penalty Huh? Yous better be listening. I said I got business to take care of. Big business. If I don't split now, I ain't gonna catch my bus. The court will impose a penalty for any irrelevant pressing of witness testimony. Keep that in mind as you begin your cross-examination, Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. Oh, we dropped 92 frames. Must have just been like a little hiccup with the connection. We seem to be back in order now, though. No more frames are dropping. We good? I think just 92 frames dropped, so it's probably just like a hiccup in the connection. Come out from under there, will you, Maya? The tiger's alibi. I don't buy that you haven't even heard of the incident that occurred at Trebien. Ha! You got a big mouth, right? You's trying to say I was in some mob hit? Is that what you's trying to say? Where's your proof then? Evidence? Yes, well... For an attorney to make an accusation in court, he must have evidence. That's from loan shark to lawyer, a beginner's guide. Yo, what kind of beginner's guide is that? What the... From loan shark to lawyer. Ah, I see you're the studious type, Mr. Tigre. Huh. Why don't you ask him to represent you sometime, trite? Just leave it for now. It's too dangerous to press things without knowing where they might end up. I'd better just focus on gathering information at the moment. Now then, Mr. Tigre, would you mind repeating your testimony from the beginning, please? My time ain't free, you hear? You's better remember that. If I miss that bus, someone's gonna pay. Elden Fruit isn't until Thanksgiving. I think you'll be fine for that one. I don't know when Toronto Regional is, though. Are you sure about that? We're talking about 1 month ago, you know. You see these teeth? That's how sharp my secretary is. Sharp? Is he talking about Viola Cadaverini? She writes everything in my schedule. December, mainly in the office. That's what it says. So that's where I was. It seems like a rather sketchy schedule. Ugh. There he goes again. What the tiger did all December isn't the issue. What's important is that he was going on the day of the murder. So now what? Do I have any evidence to show that he was the lawyer in the previous case? Just leave it. Just leave it. Let's try to like... Let's just hear what everything has to say, and then we'll try to make a decision. I got whales lined up to borrow cash from tender lender every day. Okay, I don't think don't think that statement is gonna yield anything, but let's see. So I take it you get a lot of customers at your black market loan office? It's tough for the little guys these days. Small businesses are feeling the pinch. Bosses of companies like that want to get in good with me. I'm their best friend. I see. That's very admirable of you, Witness. Yeah, well, Tender Lender's motto is win through compromise, you know? Win through compromise? Well, what is that supposed to mean? Compromise the customer to win, that's what it means. You's got it? Well, with best friends like you, who needs enemies? Here, let me spell it out for yous all. You don't pay me back within 3 days, Spiky. I take what's due and your stupid hair. Yous follow what I'm saying? But I'm not your customer. Should I ask more about Tender Lender or not? Nah, just leave it. Just leave it. It's too dangerous to press things without knowing where they might end up. Dude, I'm scared of pressing about anything right now. By Violetta, you're talking about the Cadaverini families. Yeah. You don't want to cross them, or you's gonna wind up sleeping with the fishes. Once the Godfather finds out you's been dragging Violetta through the mud, he'll do you in. Sorry, I couldn't quite put it all together towards the end there. He said that just like Viola, didn't he? Viola? Wait. Huh? I get the feeling this might not be the right time to probe him about her. Okay, then let's not. So, proof that he knows something about the murder. Well, we know that Tender Lender is the one that loaned out to Armstrong. So I guess that's something. You're heading to bedhouse? All right, have a good night. I guess that's worth a shot. Let's go ahead and just save. Mr. Tigre, what yous want? If you wouldn't mind going into a bit more detail.
Objection.
This is a dead-end trite, and you know it. Remember the rules. Wait, what? Pressing the witness without evidence to back up your attack is prohibited. As I said earlier, wait, what? But I didn't even get a chance to present any evidence. Huh? No, that's lame. Safe scum, man. Huh? That's not fair. Okay, evidence that he wasn't in the office last December. Oh, how about this? Okay, how about this? We'll press this one. Because he even says bosses of companies. And now he just threatened us if we didn't pay him back, right? So now we're gonna show him the contract that he has with Armstrong and basically say like, Armstrong has a contract with you. Does that mean you forced him to do something? See, he even says, I'm not one of your customers. Okay, well, let's show him that Armstrong is one of our customers. Wait, what?
Objection.
Huh? Wait, am I just not allowed to press for details about anything? But then why even give me the option? Like, if you're gonna penalize me for pressing about details on anything, why even give me the option? Your Honor, that statement contradicts this evidence. No, so it's not that. Dude, I don't know. I'm confused then. Okay, let's try this one. Maybe we get a different outcome. But do I have anything to show that he was doing something differently a month ago? Like...
Objection!
No, oh, okay, no, it's essential that we establish the witness's alibi accurately. Okay, okay, okay. Now it's different, now it's different. We're fine now, okay. I agree. The victim was killed on December 3rd. Were you in the office that day? Maybe you ain't listening. Of course I was. I never set foot outside. I had meetings all day with a bunch of cats wanting to do business with me. I ain't never seen that young kid before. I do believe the witness's last statement was important. Mr. Godot, if you could please. Mr. Tigre, the court asked you to add that last statement to your testimony. Don't let an animal beat you. Be a man, Your Honor. And ask him yourself. The day you was talking about, I was in the office too. I never saw that kid before. All right, let's press about this one. You didn't know Mr. Glenn Elg? Really? I don't mess with the guppies when they're bigger fish to fry. What'd you say, boss? Who, me? I was about to hit you with a fat $200,000. Well, I was thinking about purchasing a nice car from Europe. He's seriously considering this? Wow, the Tiger's a really good salesman, huh? Yeah, and if I want to sell this case, I need to copy him. How about you hit him with a fat piece of evidence, boss? I wish it was that easy. All right, so do we have evidence that he knows about Elg? I believe we do, right? There we go. I knew there was something. Mr. Tigre. You claim you didn't know Mr. Glenn Elg, but it appears that Mr. Elg knew you. What? Mr. Elg left this little note on his calendar. Meet with the Tiger. And the date? December 3rd. December 3rd? That's the day of the murder. So, Mr. Tigre, I submit that you did indeed know one Mr. Glenn Elg. Because on the very day of the incident, you met with him. I love his orange suit. You's actually not bad. Sorry? I was just messing with you to see how good you were. Did you hear that, Nick? He said you're not bad. That's one compliment I can do without. Plus, he's lying through his teeth. Witness, please remember that you are under oath. Lies will not be tolerated. You's calling me a liar? Is that what you doing? Ruh-roh, Raggy. So you're saying that your claim to have never seen that kid before is the truth? I said I'm dead serious. You's better believe that's the truth. Huh. Then I'd say that gives me time to enjoy another cup of pure black magic. That is, while you testify to the court again, Mr. Tigre. Oh, yes. Would you mind indulging the court, witness? Never actually met the victim? It's gotta be a lie right there. That's how I nailed this guy. I ain't no liar. I ain't never met with Glenn L. There was some lame guy with that name though. Wanted to borrow cash from me. I set up a meeting with the guy at my office, tend to lend it. I waited around for him, but he never even showed up. I ain't never even been to that Très Bien joint use here. Is there a chance he's telling the truth? I see. That all seems perfectly logical. You had arranged to meet with the victim, but he didn't show up. Heard it's pretty hard to keep appointments when you're dead. Very well, you may begin the cross-examination, Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. Didn't I tell you I got a big deal going down today? I ain't gonna make my bus now. I'm gonna have to take the express train. That bill's going straight to you, right? And yet your name was written on the victim's calendar. Get that horse calendar out of my face. I'm the tiger, not a lame horse, you porcupine. Tigers like me eat horses like that for breakfast. I don't think tigers eat horses. No. Witnesses are not permitted to eat evidence. Not that they ever would. Well, there was a case once where a young lad ate. Anyway, if you had never met the victim before, how do you explain this note he left? That's very strange. According to the manager of the firm where the victim worked, December 3rd was the date he had to repay his loan. He wasn't due to discuss borrowing money, but repaying what he owed. Oh? Yeah, maybe you's right. Whatever it was going down at the beginning of December. So you did meet Mr. L then? Hey, right. You might want to cool your jets a sec. So your meeting wasn't supposed to be at Très Bien then? Why would I want to go to a dump like that? If I want to talk with my clients, I got an office decked out for the job. I got the best punching bag yous ever saw in there. Not exactly a professional office you got there, you know? So you were in your office in the day in question. Waited around for him, but he never showed up. He didn't show up? Huh. What do you think, trite? Let's see. How does a dead man get from a French restaurant to a loan shark's office? And you yourself didn't go to Très Bien? What are you trying to pin on me here? Why don't you come down to my office? We can chat about this thing my way, yeah? I got the best punching bag you ever saw in there. No need. I'm good, thanks. Listen up. I ain't got nothing more to say except this. Ever? Not even once? Not even once. I was in my office the day that went down. I didn't put no poison in no kid's coffee, capiche? Do you think he really didn't meet Glenn L? Not likely. Because I'm convinced this guy's behind the whole thing. So you mean that whole testimony he just gave was a lie? Of course. So we can't afford to give him time to think of ways to plug the leaks in it. I like how he's more proud of his punching bag, but he has a solid gold desk. Well, I would be more proud of the punching bag too, Oni. Because I feel like a solid gold desk looks really tacky. But a punching bag, that's useful, you know? At least that's the way I see it. I think I'm finally gonna show these freaking matchsticks. Objection! Mr. Tigre, is there something you'd like to tell the court about these matches? Matches? What you's talking about? We found them in your office at Tender Lender. They're from that restaurant. If you've really never been to Très Bien before, what was a book of the restaurant's matches doing on your desk? Finally got to use the matches, man. You've been snooping around in my stuff now too, wise guy? What are you, my ball and chain? Ain't no broad controlling me. Isn't Viola kind of controlling? No, not really. I guess she's not controlling you. But you're you're kind of in her control through her grandfather. Order, order. Well, witness? Pushing bag isn't very useful when you're 18 push-up princess arms. I can't. Okay, first of all, Oni, I said I cannot do 18 push-ups. I can do like 5. So, ha. I think it's time you started telling us the truth, don't you? Sorry, I'm terribly sorry. Please forgive me. I ain't no pussycat. I don't go back on what I said. But okay, I was at the joint that day. What? But listen good, all right? I might have been there, but I still never met that kid. Well. Looks like an order just came in for another testimony. I'm this close to proving it was him. He did meet Glenn Elg that day, and he did put poison in his coffee. He must have. All right, another testimony. Let's go. These Tigre testimonies are like rapid fire. I was supposed to meet with the kid at the restaurant that afternoon. When I opened the door to the joint, I saw one ugly scene. The guy was laid out over the table, stiff as concrete. I figured if the place wasn't hot already, it was gonna be, so I split. I heard the cop's siren on my way out, and I went straight back to my office. I see. You didn't actually meet with him in the end, then. Well, Mr. Wright, your cross-examination, please. Yes, Your Honor. Hold it. If I wait around here any longer, I ain't gonna make the normal express. No more stupid questions. Huh. No problem. Anytime Trek presses you on something irrelevant, I'll see he pays a penalty. Mr. Godot, that's my job. Your job is to slam that little hammer of yours and call a guilty verdict. So do it. Yes, sir. The special express ain't cheap, right? Just so yous know since yous paying. Oh man. Doesn't the rule of law mean anything around here? So the meeting wasn't due to take place at Tender Lender at all then? The kid was making a fuss about coming into the office. It's always that way when I want to talk to... It's always that way when I want to talk about repayments. Even though I got the best punching bag you ever seen, if there are any issues. Maybe it's because of the punching bag that people are scared to come. So that's why you decided to meet at Très Bien? Huh. You're going over old ground again, trite. Sorry. You just earned your... Wait, what? Okay, fine. It's one of those. Shit, alright. An ugly scene? What do you mean?
Objection.
The witness has already told us tripe, which... Wait, what? Huh? Okay, fine. Fine. So then, I think it has to be this statement. Because we know that at around 130 to 140, Glenn Elg hears in the lottery that he won the lottery, and then he dies like 5 minutes or within like a few minutes, right? But the cops don't show up until 2:25. Which means that if Furio Tigre heard the cops on his way out of the restaurant, he stayed in the restaurant for like a good 30 minutes. So this has to be the statement. You went straight back? Did a bout of guilt suddenly hit you for what you did? What are yous trying to say? You trying to tell me yous ain't never been guilty of nothing? We all have our crosses to bear. We all have to swallow the dark secrets we hide. Like courtroom's not exactly the place to talk about dark secrets, is it? Yo, what the hell? Oh! The guy was laid out over the table. No, he wasn't. He was in the kitchen, right? I mean, you saw Glenn Elg's dead body? I guess I did, but I only saw him from behind. He was wearing some raggy bit of clothes he called a hat. And what time was this? I don't know. Huh? You know what winds me up more than anything else in this world? Watches, round watches. I ain't gonna pollute my paws with some ticking henpecker. I ain't gonna pollute my paws with some ticking henpecker. Out of interest, Mr. Tigre, what winds you up the second most? Huh? What'd you say? Square watches. Is this guy for real? Look, all I needed to know was that something bad was going down in that place. Okay, well, this is the last thing I could press on. So you didn't actually set foot inside the restaurant then? The tiger's a busy cat. I don't hang around for no one. I ain't got time to be caught up in no murder investigation. So when exactly did you pick up the matches? There's matches just inside the front door. Our detective friend wound up in trouble with the chef after taking 5 books home. Wait, what? Poor Gumshoe. It's almost enough to make a man cry. Huh? So... what? Yo, I don't know. The photos check out with what he said. I don't know. I don't know what to do. I don't have anything to add. You can actually set foot inside the restaurant. Something bad was going down in that place. But the other statements just penalize me. When I opened the door to the restaurant, to the joint, I saw one ugly scene. I was supposed to meet with the kid at the restaurant that afternoon. I heard the cops' sirens on my way out and I went straight back to my office. I don't know. What's your idea, Oni? Because I'm completely lost. I have no clue as to what to even suggest. Like, I don't even have like a... I can't even narrow it down. Computer virus made by Glenn Elk, potentially worth millions of dollars. Yeah, but that doesn't have anything to do with this current testimony. Well, maybe we can say he has had to have stepped inside to grab it. Okay. I like that idea, actually. Let's do that, because that's probably like the best it's better than any idea I have. The music didn't stop. I don't know. He's running out of ways to avoid the truth. Be careful what you press him on, though. Wait. Okay. What the hell, man? You're something of a loan collecting pro, aren't you, Mr. Tigre? That was the best I got, which is you can't open the door and immediately see what's inside. There's like a divider. And I guess that's correct, because the music stopped. No one escapes the tiger's clutches. Oh. Well, I'm something of a lie detecting pro. And no one escapes the Phoenix's clutches. I think it's time we got something straight. What's this trite? A new line of irrelevant questioning? These are the floor plans of the crime scene. You say you were standing at the entrance, Mr. Tigre? From there, your field of vision would have covered an area something like this. Indeed, the witness would have had a clear view of the victim's seat. Isn't that what I just said? I saw the back of the kid's head. Unfortunately for you, that is not possible. If the court would think back, you'll remember that between each of the tables is a tall partition. Why? That's true. Now look at the plans again. The truth is painfully obvious. From the entrance, the field of vision of any customer walking in ends here. So from the entrance of Très Bien, you couldn't have seen the victim's seat. But you did see the victim that day because you met him.
Objection.
Wrong. Have you forgotten the old man's testimony earlier? The victim was alone at his table. But the defense just proved that point to be moot. The victim witnessed by Mr. Kudo was not Glenn Elg, but a fake. What? In order to have Mr. Kudo falsely testify, the real killer posed as the victim he had just killed and acted out a charade. Charade? Charade? That will do. This trial has gone on long enough without the obvious question being answered. Who exactly was this real killer who impersonated the victim? You say the killer murdered Glenn Elg, and then impersonated his victim in a performance for Victor Kudo. In that case, Mr. Wright, reveal the identity of this criminal to the court. Now, I'm gonna pick Tigre, but I actually think it's Viola. Obviously, the killer is Furio Tigre. No one else could have done it. What? Well, witness? Haha. Now that's cute. You think you can pin this on the tiger? Maybe you don't understand the tiger is a king of the jungle. Actually, that's the lion. So I dares you to say it again. Come on, you got the guts? You can't threaten me, Mr. Tigre. It's the defense. Go ahead and tell the witness, Mr. Wright. Mr. Wright. Sounds to me like it must be you, old man. You've got guts, I'll give you that. Mr. Wright, do not leave me to handle this alone. Huh. Perhaps I can end this embarrassment. Mr. Godot. Let's just go back over Mr. Kudo's testimony one more time. The old man didn't just see the victim. Oh, no, no, no. The serving girl brought him a Javachino, but she put something in it. There's no question about it. She very suspiciously put some white powder in there. That's why I wanted to say Viola, because of that. Because technically it was Viola who poisoned the coffee, so that would make her the killer. Was the victim he saw the real victim or not? That doesn't matter. The fact remains, he saw the accused put the poison in the coffee. Yes, it was the waitress who poisoned. Very impressive, Mr. Godot. Waiting for my absence to launch your attack. Found your pen at last, trite. It was in my pocket. But anyway, Mr. Kudo witnessed two people that day. He saw the victim, the supposed Mr. Glenn Eld, and the waitress from behind. Yes, your point, Mr. Wright. I think the conclusion is obvious. If this Glenn Eld was really the killer in disguise, then surely it's possible the waitress was also part of the show. What? You mean the waitress was an imposter as well? The defendant, Mr. Bird, fell unconscious immediately after the incident. And someone used her fainting to hatch an elaborate plan to pin the murder on her. Who on earth was it? Who was this waitress that Mr. Kudo witnessed? Oh, okay, so now I get to say it's the waitress. Who is this woman? Her name is Viola Cadaverini. She's an employee of Tender Lender. He was making a big mistake. Do you know who Violetta's grandfather is? You better be going home in an armored truck tonight if you know what I mean. Stop shaking, Nick. Where was I? Yes, the defendant, Miss Bird, has stated the following. Well, when I took the coffee over to the victim's table, it's true there was another customer in the restaurant at the time. She was sort of creepy. And she had a kind of cackling laugh. There are just too many contradictions in this case. The second man at the victim's table, who nobody but Miss Bird seems to have seen. The earpiece worn by the victim in his left ear when that eardrum was ruptured. And the radio show he was supposedly listening to half an hour after it was over. There is only one logical explanation that clears up all of these contradictions. The whole incident took place twice, once for real and once for show. And Mr. Furio Tigre, the only person who could have committed the crime, is you. I don't think we still have enough evidence to pin this on Furio Tigre, though. Like, I think we can kind of say that everything else that Mr. Wright said is true, right? Like, we've proven it all throughout all the various testimonies. It is a very logical conclusion to all of the inconsistencies, but we don't really have anything to suggest that Furio Tigre did the murder yet. That's cute. Sorry? You's all right. I could do with a guy like you around. What do you mean? Okay, I'm in on this game. I'm gonna have to charter a jet to get me to my meeting now. But I'm gonna give yous one more thing to think about before I go. Something to think about? You's got it all wrapped up nice, huh, right? But you's missed out one real important thing. But that can't be. I was in the joint that day, and I met that kid too. But I couldn't have poisoned him, you's hear? What? Do you really expect us to believe that now, Mr. Tigre? What a troublemaker. Troublemaker? Looks like we're going to need another one for the road. One more steaming cup of hot testimony. Steaming cup of hot testimony. Indeed, witness, you will explain yourself to the court. I will give you one more chance to testify. What happened that day at Tres Bien between you and the victim? All right. One more shot. Ties to the victim. Yeah, I loaned El cash, about $100,000. That day, we was due to have a little chat. That kid had hit his paycheck date, see? So anyway, he tells me he's got no way to pay up. I'm about to flatten the guy when he starts screaming. Yes, I won $500,000. He got lucky, you know, real lucky. If that waitress hadn't done what she done, everything would have been over. If that waitress hadn't done what she done, everything would have been over. What does that mean? Now, I see that the principal amount you loaned to Mr. L was $500,000. Yeah, well, you've got the VIC to take into account. Interest builds up fast, you know? That's faster than fast. $100,000 is twice his principal. And the repayment deadline was December 3rd, the day of the incident in question. Yeah, he was one lucky kid. Got that $500,000 just in time. So I ain't have no reason to kill the kid. And if I ain't got no motive, you ain't got no case. His motive? He has to have one, but what is it? I guess that's true, right? If he owes you $500,000 and he wins $500,000, then you don't have to kill him. Just charge him the money. He gives you the $500,000. You're good. Right? So what's the motive? It probably has something to do with the software. Did he have any way of paying the loan back? The fool was a gambler. He said he couldn't give it up till he landed a big win. So I agreed to help him. Help him? You? I kept hitting him with ideas for ways he could get a big win. But the guy kept losing. So you were helping him for his sake or yours? Win through compromise. Yous help me, I help yous. What's the difference, huh? I don't believe this. Nick, would anyone really ever loan money to someone they thought was unreliable? Like, for example, if it were you, I'd only loan you $5 max. Thanks a lot, Maya. I feel like I should probably save the game. Oh. So how much were you expecting him to pay you back on that day? What do you think? The whole package, 100,000 including interest. That's a real heavyweight punch. Once a client misses a repayment, you call the whole loan in. You want to make it in my world, that's all you's gotta know. And how many times had Mr. L been late with his repayment? Once. And how much was he supposed to pay back every month? $50. Sounds like Mr. L was in a real sticky spot. Yeah, at $50 a month, he never paid that huge loan off. Wait, hold on. The loan was $100,000 and his payments were $50 a month? How much did he have left on his debt? You wanted to round figures? About $100,000. That's the whole amount. Talking about a guy who had 58 cents in his wallet. What? You was telling me he was even gonna pay for the coffee? He wasn't even gonna pay for the coffee. Certainly seems to have been a brave man, this Mr. L. That guy was smooth, I tell you, real smooth. You'll have your money in less than 5 minutes. That's what he says to me. Guy then calls me the tender tiger. He was skating on thin ice with me. He said you would have your money in 5 minutes. He's got to be referencing the software, the MC Bomber software. Was that because the guy won the lottery? Was his last chance at a big win? And you can confirm that this is the ticket in question. That's it. The Millionaire Radio Show starts at 1:30 and runs for 10 minutes. That fixes the time you two met with some accuracy. And the whole scene was acted out again 30 minutes later. All so that Mr. Kudo would see it. I can still see the kid's face now. I ain't never gonna forget it. Was there anyone else in the restaurant at the time? I don't remember. If there was no one there, I'll wear that ridiculous tiger shirt for a month. Mr. Armstrong, Maggie, and if I'm right, Viola Cadaverini were all there at the time. So the victim had intended to repay you from his lottery winnings from the beginning? Seems that way to me. But you wouldn't normally expect to win the lottery, would you? The undying belief that your next roll will end the worst losing streak you ever had. That's what defines a true gambler. Remember, kids, gambling is only a problem if you stop. It makes it sound so cool. Don't be tempted, Nick. You haven't got the willpower for it. All I know is the kid took a shot and he got lucky in the end. The waitress? You mean that girl with the glasses in the defendant's chair? Who else could I mean? If she hadn't gotten away, things would have been bada bing, bada boom, over and done with. Maybe I should push a little on this. What exactly are you implying the defendant did? How about you go ask Four-Eyed about that $500,000 ticket? She wanted it so bad, she poisoned Elk's coffee. A likely story. Your word hasn't held water lately, Mr. Tiger.
Objection.
Let's not forget this witness was actually at the scene, trite. The law don't exactly agree with some of the deals I send down. I couldn't be there when the cops showed up, so I split. I see. Your Honor. The witness's last few statements are worth a good 2 cups of coffee. I concur, Mr. Godot. You will amend your testimony accordingly, witness. Ha! So that's what you's after, Phoenix, right? Tiger's trying to pin the crime on Maggie. If I ask him about what he saw, it's only going to damage our case. What do you mean things would have been over and done with? Are yous all there or what? I'm talking about the cash. I was there to get my 100,000 bucks back, that's all. I'm a businessman. It was all coming together before that waitress got in the way. As far as I can tell from the witness's testimony, other than recouping his loan, Mr. Tigre had no motive for killing the victim. Well, Mr. Wright, are you happy with the testimony or would you like it amended? Not going to get anywhere with the testimony as it stands. Your Honor, the defense would like the testimony amended. Very well. Witness, you will amend your testimony to reflect your recent statements, please. Are you saying you had no other motive that day? Yeah, so what? Then why didn't you take the lottery ticket when you left? Oh, that's a great question. Why? What do you think? Because Four Eyes over there. Because of Maggie? How about you go ask Four Eyes about that $500,000 ticket? She wanted it so bad she poisoned Elk's coffee. Oh, now we're back to this. Alright, we're, I read my name in your chat. Eltnum, have a good night. Get some rest, okay? Try to feel better. I hope you feel better. So the tiger was meeting Glenn Elk to get his money back. If Mr. Elk had just given him the lottery ticket, that would have been the end of it. Yeah, so what's the tiger's motive? This is the big one. If I don't manage to undermine this testimony, it's all over for us. Why would he have to poison Mr. Elk? And why did he loan him the money in the first place, when he knew he couldn't repay him? Let's try presenting the MC Bomber statement now. Maybe save the game, because we're like on our last lifeline right now, so we should just keep saving pretty often, I think. Objection! So, you just intended to get back the $100,000 Mr. Elk owed you, correct? I loaned the guy the cash, so that's my right. Unfortunately for Mr. Elk, I don't believe the $100,000 is what you were really after.
Objection!
What are you getting at, trite? What else would a moneylender be after? What else would a moneylender be after other than money? Yo, Bad Who Laughs, what's up? Welcome to the stream. How are you doing tonight? Oh, the moneylender was after money. But money in a totally different league. The kind of money that a single disc like this would fetch. What is that? A computer virus, Your Honor. A virus called MC Bomber. A computer virus? What does one do with those? A computer virus is a program that wreaks havoc on the insides of a computer. A computer? What does one of those do? I guess the beard isn't the only part of his honor that is from the Stone Age. I'll explain it to you later, Your Honor. Right now, this is an important point. A virus like MC Bomber would be worth several $1 million on the black market. Several $1 million! I'm okay, I just got out of D&D, now I'm folding laundry while watching this court drama unfold. Yo, let's go. I am happy to provide some background entertainment while you are doing your chores. Lending money with no hope of ever seeing repayment would normally be bad for business. But in this case, the very fact that Glenn Elg had no way to repay the money is crucial. What? Glenn Elg was a programmer, a highly skilled programmer. That skill was the collateral Mr. Elg put up in order to borrow the money. You're trying to suggest the witness's motive was to get a hold of that program? Exactly. The witness may have poor fashion sense, but he is by no means an idiot. A man like him could get his hands on $1 million without resorting to murder. Of course he could, provided that he had the time. But what if he hadn't needed the money right then? When the pressure's on, the luxury of choice tends to disappear. It seems you have a logical conclusion for this theory, Mr. Wright. Would you care to share it with us? Why did Mr. Tigre need money to the tune of $1 million? That is easy. In December of last year, you found yourself in need of a huge amount of money. About 6 months ago, you were involved in a traffic accident, weren't you? An accident involving a car and a scooter, in which a young woman was injured. She was taken to the hospital where she underwent surgery. How much of this do you know? These medical papers document the treatment of the young woman in question. According to these, her operation cost $1 million. What movie is that from? Austin Powers, right? I forgot how it's Austin Powers, right? $1 million. I don't remember how he sounds like. It's like I remember the character. He's like bald, but I don't remember his voice. And yeah, when the payment was due last month, you somehow managed to pay it in full. $1 million. A preposterous sum. Someone should sue these HMOs. Yeah. Charging somebody $1 million for a critical medical operation in a first world country is ridiculous. Thank you for pointing that out, Judge. No one would pay a bill like that. Well, he's played by Mike Myers, and he's not Shrek, so he just sounds like Mike Myers. No, but that character, no. That character has like his own thing. Cause he's like the bad guy, and he's got the little bad guy, Mini-Me. If the medical association got wind of it, the hospital would end up as dead as a morgue. But Mr. Tigre had no choice but to pay, because his very life depended on it. Order! You say his life depended on him, Mr. Wright? Mike Myers only has 2 voices, Shrek and himself. That's funny. Indeed it did. Simply because the injured woman was none other than Viola Cadaverini. Did you just say Cadaverini? Bruto Cadaverini, mob boss in charge of all the underworld activities in the city, and doting grandfather to his precious Violetta, also known as Viola Cadaverini. Your life was in danger unless you paid compensation to the boss, correct? Makes sense. You were desperate to acquire the $1 million Bruno Cadaverini demanded of you. So desperate, in fact, that you decided to sacrifice Glenn Elg's life to pay your debt. On the day of the murder, Mr. Tigre's sole intention was to get his hands on this CD. Glenn Elg had no way of paying back the $100,000, and Mr. Tigre knew it. But then a miracle happened. The kind that Mr. Tigre would prefer to say never happened, but he can't, and neither can I. The lottery win. Exactly. At the 11th hour, Mr. Elg won $500,000 on the lottery, which left Mr. Tigre with no way of getting his hands on the all-important CD. At least, no legitimate way. So he resorted to illegitimate means. That's crazy. He murdered Glenn Elg and then made his next move, to frame Maggie Bird for the crime. Mr. Tigre posed as Glenn Elg, while Viola Cadaverini played the role of Miss Bird. And then they reenacted the whole thing in order to establish a witness. The witness being the one we all heard testify yesterday, Mr. Victor Kudo. Like I said, trite, that's crazy. No one could pull off a stunt like that. That is actually a really hard thing to pull off, especially the fact that they pulled it off impromptu in 30 minutes. That is kind of crazy. For starters, there's no way the chef could have been kept in the dark about it. But Mr. Armstrong was in on it from the very beginning. Have you forgotten already, Mr. Godot? Mr. Armstrong owed the witness money too, $500,000 in fact. He had no choice but to go along with Mr. Tigre's plan. You put up a good show, Spiky. Like, my tea bag. If yous want to stay alive in the loan shark business, you gotta be careful. You saying I dressed up like that kid created a witness and framed somebody? If I did something crazy like that, I'd leave a trail as bright as my shirt. I ain't dumb enough to do something sloppy like that. I agree. Yep. You do? Despite your appearance, you are very careful. That's why you took one more precaution. So did they just carry cyanide with them at all times? Maybe. Ugh. Oh. What? Another one, Mr. Wright? Interesting. Why don't you fill us all in, trite? What was this trick you say Mr. Tigre performed to frame the accused? Wait, trick? I don't know. Not sure, actually. And I only get one chance. Wait, what trick? Could it be the paper badge? The fact that they like posed as... Yeah, that's exactly what I was just suggesting, Oni. I think, at least. But that's not... But that's how they got Maggie found guilty, not how they framed her. He was a defendant for Maggie, yeah. And what's the relevance of that trait? It's just a little intro. An intro to what? It seems all this has been an elaborate trick on the... Oh, crap. No! Damn. How far back was this? This wasn't that far back ago, right? I hope not.
Objection.
Maggie salutes herself? Oh, when she's guilty, she's still saluting. Yeah, that's true. Wow, how'd you notice that, Alex? You're very observant. Okay, I was like seriously far back. What the heck?
Objection.
You say I dressed up as like that kid created a witness and framed someone. If I did something crazy like that, I'd leave a trail as bright as my shirt. I ain't dumb enough to do something sloppy like that. Oh! It is the attorney badge. Yeah, that's why you did one more trick to make sure Maggie had no way out. You represented her in court. Let me save here just in case. I don't want to have to fast forward all like that again. What on earth is that? What an insult to think anyone could be fooled by such a childish imitation. Consider yourself insulted, Your Honor. Mr. Tigre, you didn't just pose as the victim on the day in question. A month ago in this very court, you posed as me. What? That's the truth. But the witness looks nothing like you, Mr. Wright. Although, now that I think about it, it was you, wasn't it? No doubt it was you, standing in here, this very court a mere month ago. The Phoenix Wright who put up the most disreputable, shabby defense I had ever seen. Did you prove that, Gramps? Prove the attorney who represented the accused here a month ago was this man? Are you prepared to take the stand and testify that it was him? Hey, forget about it, yeah? I wouldn't do something like that, not me. You made a mistake, right? It was someone else, huh? Have you no pride, sir? Objection. This isn't a matter of pride. In case you didn't know, Trite, here in court, we deal with people's lives. Mr. Godot is right. Your Honor, speaking for myself, I am absolutely convinced. The attorney in question was the witness standing before me now. However, I preside over this court as the judge, with the vested power to hand down a verdict. Someone in my position cannot be swayed by a memory without evidence to support it. Ugh, no. Tell me about it, Koopa. Wouldn't life be so much better with unlimited coffee? Sometimes I wish I could get into an accident at Starbucks, just so that they could reward me with a lifetime supply of free coffee. Maybe next time I go to Starbucks, I should trip and fall in front of a wet floor sign. Phoenix Wright names in Japanese has the word for dragon in it, so that's a cool detail about Tigre hating him. Yes, yes it is. What's up, Winged Pone? By the way, hopefully the mic hasn't been too loud. I can make the limiter a little bit more aggressive. Particularly when I get really into the voices. Hopefully it hasn't been too loud. If you think that it was a little loud, I can increase the limiter. If it's in front of the wet floor sign, don't they window? They might have won, yeah. It's been good? Okay, it sounds good. Okay, thank you for letting me know, chat. The circumstances surrounding Mr. Tigre are dubious for sure, but not conclusive. But we've come so far. You say he impersonated Glenn Elg. You say he impersonated you. But none of that adds up to a murder charge. You don't have a shred of evidence that the witness poisoned the victim's coffee. It's kind of right, we don't. Huh. Sucks to be you, right? Don't mess with the tiger or you're gonna get mauled. You's got that? All we managed to do here was chase him around a bit. But I was so close to getting him to admit his own guilt. Looks like I won't be needing a refill. I just had one more piece of... Here's where Gumshoe comes in. By the way, here's my prediction right now. At the end of the case, I'm just gonna do the prediction right now. That way, when it happens, you guys can all be impressed by me. Gumshoe's about to come in and deliver the fingerprints in the vial of medicine were Tigre's fingerprints, and that's going to be the conclusive evidence. However, at the end of the case, we're going to have a debrief with Maggie, and Maggie's going to be thankful for us, and she's going to thank us for doing a good job. And then we're going to tell her that we couldn't have done it without somebody's help, and that somebody is Gumshoe, because right now Maggie and Gumshoe's relationship is strained, because Maggie right now doesn't like Gumshoe, because she feels like he let her down. So Maggie's going to bring this up to us. We're going to tell her we couldn't have won the case without Gumshoe, and the evidence we're going to show for that is going to be the extra lunchbox of weenies. And we'll show this to Maggie, and her opinion of Gumshoe will change. That's my prediction. One more evidence, and maybe I could get Maggie off the hook. This witness's cross-examination is over. You are free to go, Mr. Tigre. Hold it. Your Honor, sir. Wait. Detective Gumshoe. Sorry I took so long, pal. I staked everything on this. My badge, the works. So here it is. My heart's counting on this too. What is it, detective? Isn't it obvious, pal? It's the final decisive piece of evidence. It's not spoilers. It's speculation, Kupo. It's just an inkling that I've had since the very beginning. The coat is on loan. That's true. Sorry it took so long, pal, but I finally got the results from the lab. The results? About the prints, pal, from the medicine bottle. Oh, so do you know who the prints belong to? Do you think I'm some kind of hack detective? Of course I know. So tell us. They're the tigers, right? I knew it. You bet. Clear as crystal all over the bottle. They're Furio Tigre's paws prints all over it. That's great. We got him now, Nick. What's wrong with you? You've hardly said a word since Detective Gumshoe got here. He's laid everything out on the line for this, Nick. I know. Look, I'm sorry. This is kind of hard to say, but it really doesn't make any difference whose prints are on that bottle now. Huh? What? Why not? What we need to produce at this stage in the trial is irrefutable evidence that the tiger put poison in Glen Elves' coffee. He's already admitted that he met the victim. The fact that his prints are on this bottle, that really doesn't make any difference now. Ugh, I knew it. Great, no matter how hard I try, I'm never of any use. Hey, don't be so hard on yourself. This was our last chance to help Maggie. And I've been working on some useless piece of evidence the whole time. It's all right. I'm a real loser. It's not breaking news, pal. Detective Gumshoe? Maggie! You've been working on something for me? Sorry I let you down, Maggie. I know you didn't do it. I'm a detective. We're supposed to be able to prove stuff like that. I'm really sorry. I'll get you out of this. Detective Gumshoe, wait! he's gone. Isn't there anything we can do now, Nick? I wish there was. Gumshoe worked so hard to get that evidence. If only there was some way I could use it. The victim's ear medicine, covered in Fudio Tiger's fingerprints. The victim's ear medicine. 3:04 p.m. Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor? I granted you a recess so you could prepare this decisive evidence you've discovered. Yes? Don't keep us all in suspense, Trite. Show us. Naturally. We can assume it's evidence that will actually stand up in court, can't we? Think, Phoenix. Hold up. Don't let Gumshoe's hard work go to waste. How much more of my time are yous gonna waste? I ain't been to no court before. But yous lawyers sure know how to blow things out of proportion. No doubt, given the nature of the evidence, it will speak for itself. Nevertheless, you will talk us through it, Mr. Wright. Well, I know I can't prove anything new with this evidence. I'm really backed into a corner. But maybe if he thinks he's got me beat, he'll let his guard down a bit. Don't keep us waiting any longer, Mr. Wright. Present this final decisive piece of evidence to the court. Okay. This is the defense's final piece of evidence. Isn't that the victim's... Your Honor? Naturally, the court is already aware of the contents of this bottle. However, interesting new information has come to light. We have clearly identified some fingerprints on it. Fingerprints belonging to you, Mr. Tigre. What? 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 But Mr. Wright, what conclusion are you hoping to draw from this new information? Everyone in here knows what this bottle contains. Except one man. One person in this courtroom should theoretically be in the dark. My prints are on that pansy-looking bottle? Is that what you're saying? Well, what the hell's in it anyway? A phony trial, a phony lawyer, and phony clues. Everything about this case has been phony. Seems like the perfect excuse for some phony evidence. Mr. Tigre, this is the decisive piece of evidence that will prove your guilt. Or should I better say? They're already warning me with that red freaking lifeline. Why? Because it contains potassium cyanide. I'm just gonna lie and says it has poison. This bottle contains potassium cyanide. Potassium cyanide? The poison used to murder Mr. Elg, Your Honor. The victim's killer used this very bottle. And on this bottle, Mr. Tigre, we found your fingerprints. Well, how do you explain that? Ah! You make a good clown, you know that? What? Yous ain't never gonna get this to stick. Yous just making me laugh now. You think a cheap bluff like that's gonna fool the tiger? A bluff? I can see straight through you, Phoenix Wright. That ain't the bottle with the cyanide in it. No, this is the bottle we found traces of poison in. Don't mess with the tiger or you're gonna get ripped to shreds. The cyanide bottle was brown. Ha ha ha, gotcha. And it was made of glass. That cheap piece of trash don't look nothing like it. Got him. That's what I said. That's what I said. That's what I said. Got him. What? What's the matter? Why is everyone gone quiet? I said that bottle is this the bottle you're referring to? Yeah, that's it. That's the bottle the cyanide was in. But you ain't gonna find my prints on that bottle. Don't let that cozy looking suit fool you people. That lawyer's just playing games. Yo, Kupo, thank you for the gifted sub. Appreciate it. Tell him, Mr. Prosecutor. Tell that guy where to go. You still haven't figured it out. Don't you realize what you just said? What'd I say? What did I just say? You were summoned to this court for the first time earlier today. If you really had nothing to do with the murder, you shouldn't have known all the little details. For instance, you shouldn't have known what kind of bottle the potassium cyanide was in. But just now, you slipped up in front of every single person in this courtroom. Phoenix showed Tigre the wrong bottle and said, oh, you're giving Roppets the recap, yeah. You described the exact bottle used by the killer to hold the poison. You don't know who you's messing with. I'm the Tiger. I control millions of dollars on the black market. You think I'm gonna let some jumped up suit get the better of me? Sure, the last piece of evidence was phony. But that's just what you deserve. The phony trial with a phony lawyer. It was all played out by you, the biggest phony of all. Whoa, flashbang, hello? Epilepsy alert. He's going What's going on? It looks like a blackout, sir. Visor. Well done, trite. I saved my 17th cup of coffee just for you. Savor it. While you watch the police restrain your prey. Yo, we did it. Wait, so did he make the lights go out with his voice? Did he scream so loud it broke the light bulb? It broke the light bulbs? That's insane. Mr. Wright, you caught a tiger by his toe. But if this one hollers, he won't be let go. Okay, come on. That's a good one. That's a good one. All right. I gotta give it up to the judge for that one. That was good. That was really good. Now then, how are things going with Mr. Tigre, Mr. Godot? He's been arrested on suspicion of the murder of Glenn L., Your Honor. Fortunately for us, we managed to rectify a very grave error. Miss Bird was found guilty in the absence of a genuine defense attorney. Yes, she was. Wait, Chad, I have a question. Is that okay to do? Can a lawyer lie in court in order to, like, trick a witness into saying something? Like, is that legal? Like, I feel like that's something you shouldn't be allowed to do, but maybe you... I think police are actually able to lie and do that. But in a courtroom, can you do that? You think any of this is legal in the US? I don't know, maybe. I don't know anything about law, Space Pope. I'm a teacher. If the lawyer is rich enough and the court is American enough, they can do whatever they want. And okay, and what about that one? What if they have a trial and the defendant is found guilty, but after the trial it's found out that the lawyer defending the victim was not, like, didn't have a proper lawyer license or whatever, or whatever, like wasn't an actual lawyer? Are they still found guilty? Or does it get undone? It's considered a mistrial? That makes sense. The prosecution would eat them alive for it. And in the absence of genuine evidence. But the tiger made one mistake. Indeed. He very nearly got away with everything if it wasn't for that one slip of the tongue. Furio Tigre is truly a frightening criminal. The truly frightening one is that defense attorney over there. Good thought. Well, I am now in a position to deliver my verdict. Criticism of the satire and criticism of the Japanese justice system. So does that mean it's something you could do in Japan? You can lie in court in order to get witnesses to say things they're not supposed to, or things that they wouldn't otherwise say? 1 month ago would have been a mistrial? Okay, Alex. We got him. Salutes for Maggie. Now we can finally salute Maggie. That is all. This court is adjourned. I do feel like this ending feels a little anticlimactic. Like, Furio Tigre was like a mobster. And he was in cahoots with, like, the granddaughter of, like, the biggest mobster in town. And now this trial is ending with just, like, no fanfare? Okay, red-white was kind of worse. He was a lowish level flunky. I guess. A chompy salute emote. Oh my god, how would that look like? Maybe like... I salute you, Maggie. I salute you, Maggie. That would make a really good emote, Kupo. That's a fantastic idea. Chompy VTuber model? I think we've talked about this, Oni, and I can't do it because there's already a Shark Girl VTuber. The one from Hololive. She's like one of the most famous ones, right? So it would be like... I would be like plagiarizing. Lawyers can't knowingly fabricate evidence or lie in court. Police are allowed to lie during interrogations, but they can't produce fake evidence. Thank you, Macho Man Granny Savage. That name is mint. Welcome to the stream. I'd be the better Shark Girl VTuber? No. I gotta give it to the OG. No? I always respect the people that came before me. They have the authority to suppress a minority. Okay, Postnut. It's only double jeopardy. Can't be retried for a crime if it's not declared a mistrial. I see. Mr. Wright, I'm at a loss for words. Thank you, sir. Congratulations, Maggie. I was so mad when Mr. Wright landed me in all that trouble a month ago. But now I feel like I can forgive him. Hey, that wasn't even me, Maggie. That was the tiger. Look, Nick, in the doorway. Detective Gumsh. Oh. I guess I'll be heading off. See you later, pal. Wait! Detective Gumshoe? Oh yeah. Congratulations, Maggie. Thanks. Oh my god, come on. They like each other. I I knew you were innocent all along. Why didn't you say that in your testimony then? Huh? Oh, well, I was... Well, I guess I'll be heading off then. See you around. Wait up, detective. He just ran off. Maggie, why are you being so hard on him? He busted his butt for you. It's thanks to him that we got the medication bottle. That wasn't even of any use. But it's only because Mr. Wright used it so cleverly. Detective Gumshoe was just running around in circles. Poor guy. Looks like she still isn't ready to forgive him. Can't you put in a good word for him, Nick? Yeah, Maya's right. I should help Gumshoe out. It's clear he needs it. Maggie? You know Detective Gumshoe's been really worried about you through all of this. I wanted to believe that, sir. But on that first day of the trial, he practically gave the judge a free pass to lock me up. He didn't have any choice, Maggie. He's a detective. He has to report the facts. He doubted me. That's why. He thought I might have done it. I've got to prove to her that Gumshoe really cares about her. I know. I'll give her a little present to celebrate her freedom. Yo, what did I tell you, Chad? Did I not call this like 20 minutes ago? I told you, man. Here you are. A present to celebrate your freedom. That's a present from Detective Gumshoe. Made with a ton of love. He said you lost weight and he was worried about you. Detective Gumshoe. I actually really like weenies, you know? Never get tired of that. Let her gobble that weenie. Yo, Dandadan is crazy. Oh my god. Chat, I don't know if any of you guys are watching Dandadan, but I'll give you a fair warning. If you haven't seen it yet, watch the first episode. But before you watch the first episode, make sure you are completely lucid. Because if you are not, it'll send you on a very bad trip. But that show is insane. It is insanity. Oh my god. The lunchbox is like a day old, yeah. Did you guys hear that? I'm pretty hungry myself, you know? Yeah, the trial dragged on a bit today, didn't it? Is it okay if I eat this now? Oh my god, the weenies are making her cry. So, how is it, Maggie? Hey, Postnut, thank you for the resub. Appreciate it, Postnut. Thank you. 10 months. You sure have stuck around a long time. It's really good. So the case of phony versus genuine comes to an end. The false allegations surrounding Maggie have all been cleared up. And who knows? Maybe a whole new chapter of her life is about to start. She better get together with Gumshoe. They make such a cute couple. Episode 3, Recipe for Turnabout, the end. A brand new episode has been added. Episode 4, Turnabout Beginnings. And it's got... Hold up. We have Edgeworth. That's the courtroom. There was like a passed out woman. A passed out woman. And then people on a bridge. Like a rickety wooden bridge. All right, let's save the game. Now. Let's watch the introduction, and then I'm calling the stream, okay? I just want to watch the opening cutscene. We're not doing any gameplay for the new scene, because it's already past midnight. I just wanted to finish that episode. But let's watch the introduction, okay? The girl. Let her go. This looks like a movie. Curly hair. There's a girl. Shut up. Come closer and I kill her. Sorry. But you're not going to get the chance. Bang. Is that Phoenix? I'm reading through the file of an old court case. It was the first case of my longtime mentor, Mia Fey. Fugitive data. Name Terry Falls. Charge kidnapping, murder. Sentence death penalty. After escaping, Falls met with and then murdered Sergeant Valerie Hawthorne. Recaptured on Eagle Mountain about 8 hours after his escape. Her very first client was a death row inmate who had recently broken out of prison. That was a whole year before Mia and I ever met. Six years earlier, Mia Fey, first trial. So we're back to young... Are we back to young Mia? Okay. Okay. Yeah, so I remember in case 1, she defends Phoenix right. And there's like, I don't remember the name of the girl. There's like a girl who does the murder, and she's like, she steals something from the chemistry department. Dahlia, yes. And she defends Phoenix against Dahlia. She nearly quit law right because of this case, right? Okay. All right. It's coming back to me. It's coming back to me. What was Dahlia's last name again? I don't remember. It was Dahlia Hawthorne? Oh, shit. Okay. All right. I didn't remember, honestly. Okay. So, next week, on the next Ace Attorney Wednesday, I'll rewatch the intro, so I'm not gonna save right now. I'll rewatch the intro to episode 4, and we'll start off episode 4, okay? That's gonna be next week. But for right now, it is past my bedtime. So, let's find somebody to raid. Why do I smell your hand so much? I wasn't smelling my hand, I was doing this, like, you know, like when anime characters go like they're feeling themselves and they're like, huh, I'm pretty cool, aren't I? Like that. Besides, my hands don't smell like anything. Actually, this kind of smells like chocolate because I was just eating the chocolate bar. They should be smelling like soap. I never washed them though. All right, let's raid Pumi. So raid Pumi. Okay, chat. So thank you everybody for being a part of today's stream. Whether you are a new viewer or a returning viewer, thank you so much for your continued support. I hope that you enjoyed today's stream. I hope that you enjoyed the ending of episode 3, case 3-3. Next week, we will start case 3-4. And I think correct me if I'm wrong, but is that the last case? Are we almost, Bimbo, are we almost done with the trilogy? Or do we have one more case left, or is it 2 more? 3-5 exist. Okay, so we have 3-4 and 3-5 left. That means we'll probably be finished with AA in like 6 weeks or so. 3-4 is short. Okay, 3-4 is short, and then there's 3-5. So probably like 6 weeks, like in December, we'll be done with it. That's crazy. It feels like it's been such a journey, dude. It's been such a journey. But anyway, tomorrow I will do a Wednesday stream. I will do a Thursday stream tomorrow because I didn't do a Monday stream. So be on the lookout for that. We'll go back to Master Duel. Today we were streaming in 16:9. I know the game was different, but again, I asked this in Discord. So if anybody's in my Discord server and you want me to give some, and you would like to give some suggestions as for the stream, I'm trying to increase the production values now that I have a new PC. So let me know if there's anything you think I can improve on, whether it be like mic quality, audio quality, stream layout, aspect ratio, etc. Like anything with regards to that, I'm all ears. Please give me your suggestions on Discord. Otherwise, I hope you all enjoyed, and I hope you all have a great rest of your night or a great rest of your day, depending on what part of the world you live in. I will see you all again tomorrow, hopefully, on my next stream, which will be Master Duel. Chompy, would you like to say your goodbyes?
Have a good night, everybody. Thank you so much for coming along, and how about that Furio Tigre, huh? He was so cool. But I'll tell you what, chat, a shark could beat a tiger any day of the week.
You think so, Chompy? You think a shark could beat a tiger any day of the week? What if you have to fight on land?
I don't care if I have to get out of the water, Rourke. I will always beat a tiger, hands down.
You don't even have hands, Chompy. You have fins.
All right, fins down. You're splitting hairs. That's right, Alex. I'll Sharknado him.
Tiger sharks are a thing. He doesn't even have hair.
I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye.
All right, chat. Start the raid. Thank you, everybody, again. I'll see you all next time, okay? Thank you. So bye-bye, everybody. Mwah. Mwah. Chompy outscales a tiger. Aw. You hear that, Chompy? Post Nut is on your side. Bye-bye, everybody, okay? Take it easy. And mwah. Hearts. 3, 2, 1. Off you go. Pow.